It's 104.5. You tune into the count up. It is still Black History Month, man. And we've been participating in the Black Card Challenge where we've been asking questions as regards to Black history. And I got an honor and a privilege. I got a special guest on the line. I had one earlier this month, and I got another one. I have author Miss Tasha Bethea on the line with me, the author of The Historical Adventures of Miles and Nina. How you doing tonight, Miss Bethea?
I'm doing good, and thank you for having me.
Oh, that's amazing. I gotta start off with the first question. What made you want to be enthused with Black history and Black culture?
Well, to be honest, it went all the way back to when I was in graduate school, and I was taking a course on self-awareness. And during that time, the teacher had us do a project on knowing our roots. And the thing was, my white classmates, they all knew where their people were from. But when it came to all the Black students, nobody knew where their ancestors were from. They could only go back no farther than their great-grandparents. And so that really sparked my interest in Black history. Even though I can't tell you where my ancestors came from what country in Africa, but the history and the richness of our history right here in America was enough to have me have pride and a sense of belonging. So that's really what ignited my passion in learning about Black history and being proud of who I am.
Not only are you an author, but you're also a playwright. You also have written plays that shines the light into Black history and Black culture. When you write the plays, when you was writing one of your plays, how do you decide which facts that you want to give out to the people that's attending the plays?
Well, what I try to do is try to find history facts that a lot of people don't know about, because I want everybody that's sitting in that seat to learn something new. You know, we're conditioned to know about Dr. King and Rosa Parks, but there were so many other people that made an impact on our history. And so I always go back and try to dig up information that a lot of people are not aware of when I do my plays.
So I gotta ask you, when you do your research, when you have done your research, give me one of the facts that astonished you. I know sometimes facts astonish different people. What fact, a Black history fact, astonished you when you read it and when you researched it?
Okay, when I was doing my research for my book about the Greensboro Four. Now, I heard the story about the Greensboro Four. I also went to the museum in Greensboro. But one thing that I did not realize until I looked at the research was that those college students were able to make Woolworth change their segregation policy within 5 months of their first sit-in. So it only took 5 months to get their policy changed. And so what that showed me is that if everybody's on the same accord, you can make a great impact in the community. And these young people from Dudley High School, from A&T, they've made an impact in 5 months, made change in 5 months.
That is for those that's just tuning in, she is referring to the Greensboro Four. Actually, one of the questions in the Black History, Black Card Challenge that I proposed was, where was the first in-restaurant sit-in held at? And I had a multiple choice, and it's crazy because a young person called in and they said it was in Greensboro, North Carolina, with the Greensboro Four, and that was amazing. A lot of people don't even know that fact. Just looking at the culture right now, where the culture is right now musically, where history is right now, do you think the culture needs to go back and study the past of the culture? Or do you think the culture is progressing fine as it is?
Oh, it's definitely not fine as it is. Definitely need to go back, because the thing is, what we're missing is that our ancestors gave us a blueprint, and they sowed the seeds. They made the foundation for us to benefit from the things that they sacrificed. Mm-hmm. This culture now don't want to sacrifice anything, and that's the issue. Because just like with the protest that Kaepernick is doing, you know, we can make change if we will work together with the brother. But the thing is, we don't want to sacrifice anything.
There's no point of action.
Yeah. And we still give our black dollars to these businesses that say they don't like us, they don't want us, they just want our money, and we'll still go into Gucci and all of these other places that are in your face saying they don't want you, they don't like you, but yet we still give them our money, our black dollars. And that's a problem.
And it's crazy you said that. You said just that part right there. Right now, I know you've been probably watching the news that everybody has, and everybody's in disarray and awe of the actions of actor Jussie Smollett. And what's your thoughts on that? Just dealing with what we're dealing with as a culture and as a people, and consistently having to battle these things of race and several different things that we battle just as being African Americans, and to see a young fella going through this when some of us believed in him, some of us had hope in him, they believed in him, and just to see this panning out the way it's panning out. What's your thoughts on it?
It's sad because we have to fight so hard to get people to believe us in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
And now that set us back, I don't know how many years, because now they're going to question. They already question, but it's going to be worse, and when these things really happen, you're going to have to work even harder to try to prove your case. And I really hate that this situation took place, because this is not a good time for none of that to be taking place right now.
The last question I got to ask you for the next, where do you see our culture going from this point here? From this point here, how can we progress our culture, and how can we learn from the mistakes that we're making now? Right now, the president 45, and just seeing what's going on in the world, from Jussie Smollett to Colin Kaepernick to Gucci to just recently Burberry just put out a statement for outfit that they had which contained the noose around their neck, and just seeing all these things and blackface and all of these things. Where do you see our culture going in the next, I'm not even gonna say 10 years, in the next 5 years?
The wrong way if we don't make any changes, because it's really bad right now. If we don't learn from our ancestors and stop rejecting knowledge, that's one thing that we're doing. The information, the facts are in our face, but we're rejecting it. And until we stop rejecting knowledge and being obedient and moving to the next place as a people, as one, we're going to go right back to the very things that we got freed from.
Give them the name of your book and let them know where they can get your book from, how they can support your campaign. I know the book is like that. It's like that. I know it's like that. Give them where they can get it from, and how they can definitely follow your campaign, from plays to authoring to all of it. Okay.
The name of my book is The Historical Adventures of Miles and Nina. It's available on Amazon. You can also purchase it from me. And you can follow me on Facebook. I have a page, Divine Connection. That's DAVINE Connections LLC on Facebook. And you can also contact me on divine.connection15.5@gmail.com.
What's the book about, the adventures of Miles and Nina? Can you give them like a little heads up of what the book is about?
Okay, so what it is a brother and sister. Miles is 10 and Nina is 13. And what happens, they travel back in time and they see 3 historical events take place before their eyes. So they see the story of Ruby Bridges, Claudette Covens, and the story of the Greensboro Four, and they tell the story from a 10-year-old and a 13-year-old's perspective. So my goal is to get young people first able to relate to the characters, because they're talking their language, but also learning our history all at the same time.
Oh man, I gotta tell you, I really thank you for being a part of the show in this Black History Month. It's been major. We've been doing Black History Facts all month long. Matter of fact, you got to get in on this. You want to get in on this Black History question, this quiz thing? You got to get in on it. You got to play. I'm not taking no for an ounce.
All right.
Let's do it like this. These are the questions. Who was the first African American Major League Baseball player? Satchel Paige, Jackie Robinson, Larry Doby, or Ernie Banks?
Oh, I'm saying Jackie Robinson.
And you're right. You got that thing right.
Okay, praise God. Okay.
Let's see. Where was Malcolm X killed? That's the question. Where was Malcolm X killed?
I don't get
Was it
multiple choice.
was it Massachusetts State Prison? Was it the Audubon Ballroom in Manhattan? Was it his house in Queens, or was it downtown Boston?
No, the ballroom in Manhattan.
Correct.
And that's right. We on to something. Where was the first sit-in at a segregated lunch counter? Jackson, Mississippi, Charleston, South Carolina, Greensboro, North Carolina, or Atlanta, Georgia?
Greensboro, North Carolina. Alex.
And
correct.
That's super right. Hold on. I'm gonna shake the bunch up. Who was the first African American Nobel Peace Prize winner? Was it Albert John Luthor? Was it Nelson Mandela? Was it Ralph Bunche? Or was it Martin Luther King Jr.?
Martin Luther King Jr.
Let's see. You sure?
That's what I'm going with.
Let's see. Oh man. But it's a noble answer though. The correct answer is Ralph Bunche. I ain't even know this. Like, I didn't know this. I actually got it wrong when I took the quiz. They said in 1950 the Nobel Committee awarded Nobel Peace Prize to the first African American of the United Nations. He was an official. His name Ralph Bunche. He received it back in 1948.
Okay. Thank you.
That was a fact.
I'm always learning.
Who was the first African American to serve as a U.S. Supreme Court Justice? Thurgood Marshall, Charles Hamilton Houston, Clarence Thomas, or William Henry Hastings?
Thurgood Marshall.
Correct.
And that is right. That's right. Matter of fact, I ain't even gonna ask no more. You already done passed. You done got more right than anybody done got right.
All right.
Thank you for being a part of the show, Miss.
Thank you so much for having me. I do appreciate it.
You're welcome.